My family is very close. 2 or 3 times a year, the whole family goes on a trip together, and we always buy souvenirs for those who couldn't make it on the trip. My name is Janie. I'm 27 years old. I live at home with my family. My father is basically never home because he is so busy with work. My sister is already married. Since she is out of the house, my mother and grandfather are basically the only ones at home. Recently, however, my sister Sharon has been acting somewhat strange. Sometimes she comes home, but she is often in low spirits. What's wrong? Sis? You've been kind of down lately, haven't you? What? Oh, no, it's not. I'm fine. Really? But recently, I haven't seen Sis smile. Maybe there's something going on at your in-laws' house? I've got nothing to say to you. Stop saying weird things. My sister was pissed off and got angry. My sister went back to her in-laws' house that day, but she kind of didn't want to go home. After some days passed, again, my sister returned. This time, she seemed somewhat terribly frightened. What's the matter, sis? What are you scared of? Hey, it's okay. I'm not frightened. But you're shaking. What happened to? No, it's just a little cold. I was impatient with my sister, who was obviously looking different from usual. Then, after a while, someone came to the house. My sister's marriage partner, Tom. I knew you were here. I was worried about you. Oh, Tom. I'm sorry for the trouble. Suddenly she was homesick. Come on, let's go home, Sharon. Why, yes. My sister was taken by Tom and left. However, as they were leaving, she seemed to be asking for some help from us. Mom, is there something wrong with Sis? You agree? Eyes when she sees Tom. She looked so frightened. I knew Mom felt the same way. I thought so too. Maybe Sharon. I think they're doing something to her at her in-laws' house. With that in mind, I decided to visit her in-laws one day. It was her mother-in-law, Carrie, who greeted me. Oh, my goodness, it's been a long time, Janie. What's wrong? My sister has been acting strange lately. I just wondered what it was like at her in-laws' house. What's she like? She's normal. There's nothing weird about it. Is that so? I hope so. I was talking so at the door, I heard a loud noise coming from the living room. Hey. What are you doing? Come on, I don't know. Anyway, I'm busy today, so please leave. Hey. Why won't you let me in? If they're at the door, they're already there. That's not what I meant. Carrie was so cryptic that she wouldn't let me in the house. I was eventually turned away and could not see my sister. However, a few days later, an incident finally occurred. My sister came home to my parents in tears. Oh. Hey, sis. Are you okay? What happened? My sister just cried. She didn't tell me anything. Upon closer inspection, I saw many bruises on my sister's body. It appears that Carrie and Tom have done it. It's terrible to do this. I held my sister's body and cried with her. But my sister, apparently, more worried about something than herself. My baby, my baby. My sister already has a child, but he is only 0 years old and cannot do anything on his own. My sister returned, but there was no sign of the baby with her. Sis, where's the baby? What's wrong with the baby? When I asked her that, she answered in tears. They did something to my baby. They did something to him. What? What did they do to him? I've put up with it all my life, and Tom's violence. And his mother's unreasonable harassment. But if I couldn't take it anymore and I fought back. Now this time, he's going to knock the baby around. It's too much. Don't let the baby get to them. I tried so hard to hold back, but... From there, my sister's voice was shaky and she couldn't speak. Then my grandfather Sam came. What's up? What happened? My sister cried and told my grandfather what happened. What? When my grandfather heard the story, he said only that one word. At that moment, Sam called somewhere. Where did you call? When I asked him that, my grandfather didn't answer it, he just said, let's go to their house. Then my grandfather started the car and took me, my mother, and my sister to Sharon's in-laws' house. After a 10-minute drive, we arrived at Sharon's in-laws' house. What's the matter with you? I didn't know you were coming with your family so much. Carrie greeted us. Carrie said this with a look on her face as if she had no idea what she was talking about. You guys, I heard you hurt our lovely granddaughter. I heard you even laid a hand on my great-grandson. Grandfather said quietly, but Carrie laughed. Ha! 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 That's all right, that's all. Besides, it was the woman who caused it. Carrie said. I wondered what on earth could be the cause. Tom likes caviar, so I fed them every day. She wants me to cut back on the purine because it's too high. If I let Tom eat what he likes, what wrong? My sister just said that because she was thinking about her husband's health. You hurt my granddaughter with that. Don't be so stubborn about it. You're the ones who are crazy. You'd have to be an idiot to come all the way out here with your family. Carrie laughed at that, not offended at all. Sam just kept quiet, but his brow was wrinkled. He is clearly angry. Then my sister's husband, Tom, came too. Hey, Sharon, you're finally home. You've been at your parents' again? I was worried about you. Tom said this with apparent lack of concern. So? Why is your whole family at my house? We're here to destroy you, boy. Huh, destroy? Hey, Mom, what's this old man talking about? I don't know, are you demented? As Carrie and Tom laughed, Sam started laughing too. What are you laughing at? No, I think it's funny too. How much trouble you're going to be. I think they're on their way. Arriving. What the hell are you talking about? As Sam said this, one after another, cars pulled up in front of Sharon's in-laws' house. What the hell? One after another, people got out of their cars. They surrounded the house. There are roughly 30 of them. Moreover, I had seen most of their faces. They were all my relatives. What the hell? These people! How come so many people come here? They are my relatives. Because my sweet granddaughter was treated so badly, I thought we could all do it together. What is that? Don't crowd in front of our house in such large numbers. It's annoying. Well, then, let's go inside your house. With that, Sam led his relatives into the house. Hey, hey, hey. Don't go in there without permission. We followed Sam into the house. In the living room was my sister's baby crying. Oh. Such a swollen face. My sister hurried to pick up the baby. No way. Did he hurt the baby all the time right after my sister left? If so, I think it is a big problem. You really hurt this little kid. No. This is force majeure. It's not like I wanted to do it. Carrie said that she had no choice but to hit him because he didn't stop crying forever. Normally, I would not hit someone just because they didn't stop crying. Both Carrie and Tom are extraordinary. How dare you do this to my family? Some of my relatives are police. We could have you brought in for assault. Sam said angrily. Wait a minute. The police are here. But isn't this kind of thing considered civil non-intervention? If there is an act that is clearly considered an injury, I'm sure that's not the only reason. When Sam checked with his relatives, they said that was indeed the case. They did terrible things to my sister and her baby, and they need to be taken away by the police. If not, I don't feel good about it either. However, both Carrie and Tom still continued to make bitter excuses. Well, you don't have to be so hard on me. We just need to make sure we don't do it in the future. And it's terrible that you're that angry, Carrie said with a quaver in her voice. In the meantime, she feels that this situation is not good. Hey, Sharon, you have something to say to me too. We didn't do anything wrong, did we? It's just a little hand-holding, that's all. Even Tom started making excuses in an unseemly manner. But my sister was just depressed and silent. Hey, say something, Sharon. We're married. You have to help me. Tom yelled at my sister. Sam quickly backed Sharon up and yelled at Tom. You. How dare you speak to my granddaughter? Well, I wouldn't say that. Me and Sharon are married. The whole family is involved in a married couple's problems. Is just not right. Tom tried to argue with him, but Sam was not intimidated at all and blamed Tom. Enough. By your logic, no matter how much you hurt Sharon, you're telling us to stay out of it. As relatives, as family. I can't do that. Sam was very angry with Tom and Tom was in tears because he was scared. Hey. You're the ones who came into my house without permission. I thought this was supposed to be trespassing. If I call the police, I thought you were the ones being taken away. Well, I'll take as much punishment as I can get. But more than our trespassing. You're doing the wrong thing, aren't you? I have to have that judged first. No. Carrie, too, began to blurt out tears. Then Carrie plunged into the crowd of relatives. What are you doing? When Sam tried to stop her, Carrie grabbed onto my sister. You? What are you doing to me? You brought in so many people. You're bothering me. Make them leave now. Carrie grabbed my sister by the shoulders and shook her. Do something. Do something about it now. Get the hell away from her. Sam forced Carrie to pull away. Wow. That's terrible to throw a frail woman over the edge. I wonder if that's another assault charge. Carrie has said so, but Sam is totally unfazed. Don't think that logic will work. It's more about the fact that you just grabbed Sharon. But it's her fault. We were living in peace. How could you do this to me? You may have been at peace. Sharon did not. I hear you've done a lot of terrible things to Sharon in the past. You did terrible things to my great-grandchildren. How can you be so open about it? It's not that I don't care. I'm just telling you the facts. Hey, Sharon, say something. You've been quiet all this time. You're the reason we're in this mess. Carrie was screaming at my sister. Then, my sister, who had been depressed and silent until a moment ago, finally opened her mouth. Carrie, I don't want to live in this house anymore.
What?
What did you say? Both Carrie and Tom been doing terrible things to me all my life. I never thought our marriage would turn out like this. I'm divorcing Tom. Divorce? What are you talking about all of a sudden, Sharon? My sister must have been holding back for a long time. Sacrifice herself to protect her children. But because Sam and my mothers came to help her, I think they gave her courage. My sister looked Tom straight in the eye and asked him for a divorce. Don't be silly. I'm never getting a divorce. You will continue to live as my servant. I absolutely hate that. I am not your tool. I will not be at your mercy. You son of a bitch. That's my granddaughter. She knows how to get things done when she has to. My grandfather was interested in my sister's strong attitude. This is not the time to talk about it. I will not grant you a divorce from Tom. I want servants too. If you say you're getting a divorce, then pay Tom alimony. Why are we talking about alimony? Of course. You've been giving Tom so much trouble up to this point. I'll have you pay millions in alimony. Wait a minute, how can you be so arrogant? Sam quickly interrupted the conversation. It's you who have caused us trouble. You've done a lot of terrible things to Sharon and your great-grandchildren. You are the ones who should pay alimony in a divorce. What? I'm not going to pay for every single one of those things. I mean, we don't have any money over here to pay alimony. I won't accept such excuses. I'll make you pay in installments. My relatives have lawyers, so don't think you can run away. Oh, no! I didn't think they even had lawyers. Hey, Mom, what are you going to do about this situation? I think we should apologize. Oh, no, you idiot. What are you talking about? You don't know if he'll forgive you if you apologize. But if the company finds out I'm divorced, I wouldn't be able to go to work. Oh, a company. When Sam heard that statement, he remembered something. Oh, by the way, Sharon's husband's company. I thought I'd heard of it somewhere. Then I remembered. Your company is owned by a relative of mine. What? You even have relatives like that? Well, to make you take responsibility for this matter, I'll have you fired from the company. Fire? Not only are you divorced, you're fired. Don't be silly. I'm not going to let you do that. Do you expect me to forgive you for saying no? Put your hand on your heart and think about what you've done. Oh, Mother, do something. If I don't do this, I'll be fired. Oh, you guys. How messed up is that? It's terrible. They're all over me. You can't harass us. You're the ones who did the terrible things first, aren't you? I'm just here to protect my little granddaughter. Sam's eyes were very hard on Carrie and Tom. Both of them were completely frightened and unable to argue. Let's just wrap this up. Sharon, you can rest easy now. My relatives will take care of the rest. Thank you, Grandpa. When Sam tried to leave the in-laws' house with my sister, Carrie and Tom began to cry and scream. Well, wait a minute. Because we were bad. Please don't divorce me. Please. Tom was yelling frantically, but Sharon didn't look back and got into Sam's car. Give it up, it's all your own fault. No, that can't be right. Why should I have to go through this? It's all Mom's fault. What? It's not my fault, is it? It's your fault. What the hell? Tom and Carrie fought all the way to invisibility. We then went home and the rest was taken care of by my relative's lawyer, the police, and the company's management. My sister successfully divorced Tom. Alimony was also claimed. In addition, Tom was fired from his job, and it appears that he is having difficulty finding new employment. My sister was crying and happy that she had finally been freed. After a while, Tom started hanging around in front of the house. Apparently, he came here because he wants to get back together with my sister, but she has absolutely no intention of doing so. As soon as Sam saw Tom, he became furious and immediately called his relative, the police, to bring Tom in as a stalker. From then on, Tom seemed to have a restraining order and did not show up at the house anymore. This finally brought peace to our home. My sister says she will raise the baby with the help of her parents for a while. I also help take care of the baby. I enjoy living with my close family every day.